Hey, it's Shabes. Welcome back to Piss Pirates. Fishman Ion Log comparison stream was a tad late, but I just got distracted. I was more than ready, and then I lost track of time. Is what it is. This page is so funny. Like it's obviously for a series, like for an encouraging cause, but like the way Oda did it is so funny. It's to encourage the victims of the 2011 Toho earthquake. And it's just Slippy going, I'm doing great. It's like, no one cares how you're doing. It's for you. It's not for you this time. And they're like, no, it's our turn to root for you. And it's like so cute, but it's so fucking funny. The movie just like doesn't understand it at all. Oh my god. What a riot. Okay, we got some good stuff. And it's going to be a shorter stream because this is one day late. The episode is well past out, but I decided to do it at the same time anyway, 9 p.m. just for the heck of it. I don't know if what I have to share will take an hour, but we'll see. Starting with the panels, this is the most content they have cut from Log. The past episode 8, the last one, is the most most content they've cut out to date. Chapter 612 cut out 44 speech bubbles, 9 panels, and 2 shots, quote unquote. So it's like, it's in a panel, but it's like a little cutaway thing. So for example, this bit where Zora, you see Zora, you see Usopp and Nami mention Zora and stuff. Obviously, the gag is kind of still there, but you don't see them basically. Whereas you do in the original anime, I believe. And then this quick shot of like, Papagu biting Nami's head when she's like, hey, G-chan. He's like, it's Neptune or whatever. Log cuts that particular scene out, but it's not the whole panel. A similar thing here. They cut 21 speech bubbles, 9 panels, and 1 shot. I have not had to condense it like this for the whole time, but this is what it looks like not condensed. Just a sec. This is like, with sorry. Jeez. This is it without having to like, crop everything. So you see that like the bulk of what Log has been cutting is, further detailed to kind of like keep everything airtight, right? But it's ultimately redundant information. You don't really miss it. It's stuff that they've said already, or just kind of further describing what's happening because it's a still medium and he only has so many pictures that he can use to illustrate. He's like, look, I'm sinking. And you have to kind of tell them that, I guess. But you can see that in the animation, right? This is a panel, just like, here's some water, and that's nice, but don't really need it. So yeah, a lot of different speech bubbles are taken out. A lot of different detail and stuff like that. But it would take a lot. This is what I mean, right? This is what it like. It looks like it takes a lot, but it's because, they do include these reactions and like this dialogue here, but they don't have Kami's reaction. They don't have more. Like, this is literally the same thing. Kami next return. Where'd you go? Kami next return, open the dates. It's like, choose one. This comment from Brooke as well. So it's like, it's superfluous. It's, I don't know if superfluous is really the word for it, but it's kind of extra dialogue. It doesn't feel like, it feels like if you cut this stuff, the audience can still follow what's going on. And there's not a lot of gags that are cut here. You'll notice that like, it's kind of just more reaction shots to fill out the page. It's like speech bubbles, so they don't have to like draw as much of the whole thing. It's to fill out the whole panel. I get, what? But I can't like. We'll get her reaction to it later. Him is like, oh, he's so loud. Like you can tell with him putting his fingers in his ears in Fishman Log. But really, no major jokes are cut really. I guess the one thing could be like, fool, I never miss my mark. I guess that's kind of the audience can make the connection, especially if this is a rewatch for them. But I think it's okay. I think it's all of this is like perfectly fine. There isn't any major cut that's like, oh, it's too bad that they cut that. I guess there's some lore things here, like them realizing this is Sun Tree Eve, and it's like, oh, there's an Adam tree as well. Oh, it's like little extra lore details. But they really keep, and I cut the dialogue specifically because they do show this shot in log, but it's not like that scene itself is there. But they just overlay different dialogue over it. Yeah, so it's a lot that they cut from those two chapters, but it's not a lot that like you miss really. It's not like an entire page or an entire scene that they skip over or whatever. This is definitely not an episode of East Blue situation, I guess you could say, which we already knew, but it's good to reaffirm that there is a lot of stuff that is being cut in order to fit these chapters, and in order to fit 2 chapters into 20 minutes. But yeah, so with the existing thing, this is wild. This is something else, according, if you Peter Spider-Man. I can't fucking believe this. So the 2 episodes we're looking at today is 533 and 534. They each adapt a chapter each. But you'll notice here that there are not 1, but 2 installments of One Piece listed here. That's because for whatever fucking reason, this is baffling. They literally don't do this any other time. One Piece episode 6, what they call Fishman Island 6 for them, covers chapters 613 and 614. And then episode 7 covers 14 and 15. So do you get that? 13, 14, 14, 15. They covered 614 twice. Which is the content of this episode 533. Chapter 614, it's in the fucking, you'll fucking never believe this. And they cut it twice. There's 2 different cuts. So this is, the purple at the top here is their episode 7 cut, and the one below here is their episode 6 cut, which is shorter. So you'll see here, over here, this is the first half. This is what covers for 614. 614 and 615 is what this upcoming episode of Fishman Island Log is covering, which is effectively their episode 7, which is 31 minutes altogether. But then if you take their shorter cut of chapter 614 and match it with their thing of 615, that's still too long, 29 and a half minutes. And that's cutting out the OP. And there's no ED, obviously. So still they still have to cut like 9 minutes of content here. Like there is a lot that they'll have to abbreviate or skim over, I guess. That's the thing though, they have yet to really omit entire scenes. They've only abbreviated, they've only truncated things, but like it's unbelievable. One Piece, if you watched One Piece, you would watch half of an episode twice. Like it's so weird, and they cut it in 2 different ways. They didn't even copy paste to one another. They make similar choices. They both cut out this shot, this like kind of flashback what if scenario of the king getting his bad back or whatever, because like, oh, I can't fight, because the manga doesn't necessarily show that, and because there's no music in this interlude here, they're able to cut it basically. And so they both make that decision. But then like I think this is technically glue, this bottom part right here, because this scene is kind of redundant later. I really like this shot, is super cute. I love how she is crying like that. But like that's all, I think that's all like fluff and glue technically. Like you don't really need it, but their episode 7 cut includes it for whatever reason. It also includes a lot of other stuff. Like there's the top one here, like has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cuts in it. Whereas this one, it's still a bulk of it. There's not a whole lot they can cut really. that they think they can cut. But what they do is so annoying and egregious. There's a lot of small, tiny, like 1 second, like over here. Look at this. They just cut like this because they're, look, again, sorry you can't see because the bar. Let me see if I can, sorry, hold on. Timeline. I need to make the crop bigger to show you the, I guess I don't have to, but I want to. 80, yeah. Because there's no sound here, they're like, oh, we can make just a little bit of time. We can save a little bit of time. 1 second, 22 frames, 22 frames, like less than a second. Oh yeah, so they just cut like him putting the fucking snail back down, and then they just keep going. Like, are you kidding me? Little bits, and that's not even the worst one in my opinion. Obviously, like, you know, there's some tension here, and there's not even any music or anything, but they're just like classic one, you know, a pause and everything. And I guess since the manga doesn't show them sailing away, they cut it or whatever, I guess. Okay. You have Kabushi relaying to the guards to, you know, arrest more people or whatever, which you don't technically have either in the manga, but it's fine. There's a lot of this like villager talk that I think they could probably trim down a significant bunch. We'll go through the manga and try to guess which speech bubbles they can probably cut out, or maybe entire panels or interactions, and be conservative with it. Would not be liberal with it. But look at this. Look at this. Little bits, like literally 1, 2, 3, 4 frames. You can tell with like, it's hard to really like, but like the lips would the lip would desync, and so I had to match it together. The reason you have 2 at the bottom here, this one is the blue cut, so you can see that like there's no cut. And the purple one is on the right. They just like cut these dramatic pauses because again, there's no music at the bottom. There's no audio. So they can just be like, oh, I'll make this a little faster by having her respond a little more, even though she's like really, you know, timid and like it's a tense moment of her being like wanting to say something or whatever. Like this. They just like original cut here on the bottom here. They just have her do it immediately. But then, you know, she's thinking about it. And she's like, oh, I really want to go. Oh, man. And notice their other cut of One Piece retained all of this. They didn't touch any of it. But then the other, I don't know if this is being done by different people or what. I don't know what they're fucking doing. I can't believe this for a fucking fan project that claims to like truncate it. They literally covered the same material twice in 2 episodes. Like, what are you doing? I think it's because when they were looking at the whole series composition, they were like, oh, we should batch these chapters together as these episodes. But like it desyncs in some, like we can't, then it would just be 1 chapter and it would only be fucking 10 minutes or something. It would be one chapter. So I guess that's the call. They just have them cover the same chapter twice in 2 different episodes? Not even the original does that. Are you fucking kidding me? It's crazy. It's crazy. But then, yeah, like all these like gaps and the dramatic pauses and stuff. TikTok editing 1 page. No, I actually though. And then like, and even with them cutting all this ish, the episodes are still like over 30 minutes, you know, like, good Lord. It's so funny. It's so funny. More like the crying or whatever, but you know, they immediately go to, like, she cries a little bit. Like, look at the fucking bottom cut here. She cries and immediately it's like, boo. Like, you gotta, yeah, I know it's like the eighth time she's cried like this, like in this exact pose too, but who cares? It's cute. Oh my god. And then I guess a reaction to Megalo because he has feelings too, but no, we can cut that out. But the other cut doesn't. Like, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, One Pace is doing some really interesting things, even with the next episode preview. Um, Again, like One Pace doesn't really edit the footage itself too much. They don't speed anything up. But like, look at that. I don't know if that's a result of literally like speeding up the footage or kind of retiming the animation, but he really like kind of just it's just faster, and even over here too. Let me again get the gang. He's like woo woo woo. It kind of like a video game almost. Actually, I really like how it looks there, like how fast it is. But then yeah, it's kind of like whatever. And some dramatic pauses here that the pace cuts obviously, but the original retains because I guess I don't know. Fuck me. So funny. This is so maddening. Look at this, dude. Look at this. This is their version. And she, immediately goes there. But then you have this in the original here. She kind of like quivers a bit and then gets there. Like, oh man. I guess like I have an idea. And then looks at Megalo. Yeah. Which is not in the manga either, but we'll see if Log cuts that too. A lot of different reactions to the bodies. And then they get out. Of course, there's like a long extended like, oh, it's gonna get out of the door. They should have Mr. Beast subtitles. They kind of do. I mean, their subtitles are the classic Nakama font. I don't even know what font it is really. Actually, I'd be able to say because this cut, I believe where is it? It's when Chopper and them come out. Yeah, look at this. I guess it's burned into the video. Kung Fu Pointo. I guess they burn it into the video because that's easier to do because you can't do that sort of thing in AG sub apparently. No, but it's sort of like Nakama fan subs. I could get the WebBM thing or whatever, but yeah. Yep, and so on and so forth. Then the next episode, the subtitles animated too. Yeah, no, they burned them in. At least this but then that's not even consistent. Look at it. It's not even fucking consistent with the two of them. It's not obviously not the case anywhere here, right? But like in One Piece episode 6, the Kung Fu Point subtitles are burned in, and in the episode 7 version 6, in 6 they're not burned in. But then look at this too. In they added this in episode 6. They added this little sign, but it's not in episode 7. What is going on? Did they really did two different people make this? It's so bizarre. It's so weird. Kung Fu Pointo. What? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, like Kung Fu Pointo. Gonna use the Mr. Beast font anime every subtitle for Akko. Oh, thank you. You totally should do that. But dead ass, not like the whole thing, but you should do whenever she does the Tekumakamayakon or Rami Pass that should be animated like a fucking like a fan sub, like a karaoke style, right? Like this is what they did for Kaizoku fan subs for a long time. This is what a lot of people are nostalgic for. He goes Kung Fu Pointo, right? Karaoke subs for whenever she does her transformation spell. Tekumakamayakon. Like, yeah. Like, that's the play, dude. You absolutely should do that. And you only do it like once or twice an episode, so why not? I should also while we're in this, while we're streaming, yeah. Um, this green part is a 2-minute section where, so in the manga, it cuts away to them being like getting attacked by the guards and stuff, and then the next chapter just opens up with, "Oh, we beat them all, and we're taking them hostage. What are we doing?" and whatever. So this gives a little more build up to that, where they're still kind of isolated in this bubble or whatever, and they're talking and getting some stuff prepared or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, we're talking, and who cares? Because it's not canon." And then all of a sudden, the bubble expands, and the whole palace is filled with air. So they're able to kick some more ass. And she's like, "Yeah, I have this giant one here." Ah, right, as it be. And then he's like, "Oh, we got to fight anyway." Okay, and then a little bit of a standoff, and then cut away, because they cut away to this original. Again, it's kind of more glue. It's kind of a redundant scene. Exactly, streaming. Yes. And then they cut to that. All right. So then the next episode, there's another anime original sequence to start the episode. It's 80 seconds, minute 20, minute 30, of Frankie taking the taxi down to the sea forest, and he's talking. I don't know what he talks about. I'm not gonna and a little bit of a teaser for the guy who's going to do the coding for them, for Sunny. He's bringing it back down and talking and everything. Scratchy. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So again, there's only one version of One Piece here on the top, and they're keeping everything so far. Again, this is another interesting difference in log. They actually zoom in instead of zooming out, and then zoom out and zoom in instead of zooming out, or whatever. There's like two different. Look at that. Just do different, and there's also different speeds and everything too. So that's nice. Is Frankie still a relevant character after the point where they had to replace the actor? I mean, yeah, he's still a Straw Hat member. So he's as relevant as as that. But obviously, it's sort of a meme, or just the fact that like certain Straw Hats really don't get a lot of attention or things to do. Frankie does get things to do in Egghead, which is nice. But it's not like he has a major character moment in Egghead at the moment. He hasn't really had one in a little while. Not since like he was introduced or anything. Not that extreme, but close. But that's okay. Again, like when you bring a member on the crew, he's able to do more things with them. So like this thing with the Sunny, it's a plot point here where they take the castle hostage, and they're like, the fuck are we gonna do? Because he's like, we have to get out of here now because they don't want us here. And he's like, well the Sunny can't make it out of here without the coding. So they're like, okay, so we're gonna do a hostage deal with the prince who is outside over here, where he's like, do the coding for us, and just get a safe passage out of here or whatever, and we'll let the people go. We don't want any trouble, because there's a whole reason of them distrusting them at the moment, trying to capture them, which is not fair, but it's what they're doing. But allowing Frankie to be kind of separated from the crew, he's like, well, I'm gonna do my job, which is take care of the Sunny, the ship that I built. And so he found a guy who can do the coding and takes care of everything. So that that resolves itself as a plot point. So it's like he's relevant and does things, and it's the same thing with every other arc. But in terms of like big character moment, not really. So by relevant character, like, yeah, but do they complete Egghead, or are they still on it? The anime is in the middle of Egghead. The anime is maybe, I actually don't know how many chapters they are in, but it's close to the halfway point of Egghead. Um, I would say Egghead, it can be kind of broken up into 4 quarters, and they're still resolving this second quarter, pretty much. Like once they get to a certain point, but I have to look at chapter amounts and like what chapter they stopped at. But yeah, they're still in the middle of Egghead. But they're taking a 6-month break, which is the first time they've ever done anything like that, and that's what they're filling. That's what they're doing Fishman Island log for, which is cool. This yellow bit that One Piece skips, that's not in the manga, of course, is just some more filler of just like not filler, but yeah, I guess filler. It's glue. Whereas, like, yes, it's technically canon. It's not like they're making shit up, but they're just showing the part where they fill the chamber with air, when they had already done that by the time that cuts back to the manga or whatever. But it was filled with water when we last saw this room, and that's why they showed it. And then they go through the whole scene. There's really pretty much no changes there because there's a lot of music and everything. Little bits that they can kind of truncate a slight bit because there's a cutaway. But sure. Not much else I think they can really cut there. I didn't think the cuts were that petty like last episode, though. Good to see you, Glowworm. A little extra bits, some extra dialogue that they can cut because there's no music. But it's technically not in the manga or whatever, so they can cut it. This whole section is, again, kind of glue and kind of some more dialogue that I don't know what they're saying, but I didn't say, like, it's anime original because it's not, like, a full cutaway to something we've never, ever see or anything like that. It's a whole thing. And what's crazy, though, right? One Piece cuts this scene out of Sanji kicking ass, which looks really freaking cool. And, again, Gyojin is going to include this because they, look at that. The timing is so much cooler on that. Look at that. I don't know if it's just a matter of them. Let me just see if I can recreate that. If I just speed up the clip. I mean, maybe that's what they're doing. That'd be funny. I have to try it out, play with it. I've only been able to do only be able to work on it so much. I'm gonna have such a fucking boatload of work if I really want to continue with this project or to like make a video out of it or something to get it to the point where I can show everything to be like here's I would love to have like a tally or like kind of like a way to show every shot that they redrew because I feel like that's such it's so easy to not realize that they've redrawn something. Because you have to see them side by side in order to really tell that. But like, let me give you an example of a redraw from the next episode preview here, like this right here. This is gorgeous, and I think this could get so easily forgotten or lost or taken for granted. But like, that's a significant amount of work. That's really cool. I think that's such an improvement, and I'm really happy they did that. And I want to see how often they had to do that. I find that really fascinating. But that's going to take so much time to cut up the entire episode and sync it like I have for the first 2 or 3 episodes. But I'm way behind on that because I don't want to, I have a lot of other projects I like working on and need to work on for my jobs and stuff like that. Can't spend forever on it. But yeah. Oh, I think this is the episode that had one of my favorite Sanji drawings. Oh, hell yeah. I don't know which one it is, but maybe, yeah. Cute little, very funny. This little extra yellow bit is just, Zoro preparing his sword because the pirates are coming in. And I guess it's not in the manga, so fuck me. Which is fair, I guess. I'm assuming that's going to get redrawn, but maybe not. We'll see. This little cute little bit here, again, they just find any excuse to cut things because, again, there's very little music or dialogue or anything that they can. So you just have, in the One Piece cut, him talking, and then it's her just immediately talking afterwards. But you don't get the fucking the tension or her being nervous about this, and like this means so fucking much to her. She was in that tower for 10 years, and that they're like, oh man, she's just the best. Interesting. Wait a minute. Look at this. Yeah, they did burn the subtitles in here. That's interesting. They don't really do that for other ones. It's so weird how inconsistent. It's like weirdly inconsistent. Gorgeous. All right. Yeah. So I do think there are ways. There's plenty of ways that they can abbreviate this. It's already been a half hour. I think I do want to get into the episode. But let me just look through the manga real quick. Timeline folder, and let's just take out the animes. All right. Let me just scroll through the manga real quick. Bum, 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 bum. I might make this a separate screen, because I can't do both really as much as I wanted to. This list isn't. Whoops. Fuck. Oh, okay. Steps. Okay. And let me just. I don't know what looks better. Fuck it, we'll just do that. Yeah, we'll just do that for right now. I don't care. I don't care. You see how like this? I think these 4 panels could get cut in the corner here. I think you can see my cursor. No, you can't for some reason. Okay. Let me see if I can adjust that. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Yeah, capture cursor. It should be right there. Should be right there, but it's not there. Bitch. Whatever. The four in the corner. But you see like all the different dialogue boxes that he fits in the left side here? Like you could probably trim like 4 of those. And right, so then the anime, it just like takes multiple shots to do all that. I know this gag at the top here will definitely be here, because the next episode preview shows that shot. It's like, where's your treasure chamber? Stop! And it's like, why? She wants to extort the place. She's really funny in this arc. Yeah, but there's so much dialogue, that I do think they can, a lot of these double bubbles, I think they can cut these in half, some of these. I have to be specific, but yeah, I think if the approach is the same as it was last episode, I think that's the play. But I don't see any big cuts happening, because all of it matters. In terms of like, there's nothing superfluous, I don't think. But I do think there's ways that they can make this really snappy and quick. But I'm excited to see. I want to see right now. But let's just scroll through the next, which is the next volume, unfortunately. There we go. Wait. There we go. Boink. Oh my god, she's on the cover. She's just the best. I do really love this volume. Cover. Okay. Yep, and then he leaves. I think this thought bubble, a lot of the thought bubbles in the last chapter got cut as well, so I think the thought bubbles might be easily cut. We know that this part where these like she's gone isn't cut, but it's faster. But you see what I mean? Like she's gone. She's gone. What? The permanent mist is gone. 3 bubbles of the exact same message. I really think they don't need all of them. Really cool panel of Brooke here, actually. Yeah, hell yeah. All of the LMS report the situation with the follow it, like, all of this build up. They can just gang up on him, So much dialogue boxes. Look at this. This is packed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in one of them. It's crazy. Oh no, Hachi. Bum 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 bum. So I think what I mean, I have to. I've been scrubbing through the episodes so much that I feel like I should know this, but I think the anime shows this scene with Hachi and Hody, and then shows this part with Sanji and them finding Hachi. But I don't know if they'll do the same thing there. So yeah, a lot of dialogue, and not a whole lot can probably be cut, but maybe this panel with but I don't know for sure because I haven't been doing this with any dialogue on. I should try to burn the episodes with the subtitles on, like do the episodes, like play with the episodes in Premiere with the subtitles burned in, so that way I can actually see the dialogue and know what they're talking about. That's probably the play. I think I should probably do that. And thankfully I can use WebBM Maker. Thank you, Hayden. I can do that pretty easily. I can also do that with FFmpeg, but whatever. Regardless, that is what I should do. You coward, I'm sick of you. Yep. And he explains his powers. It's very wordy. Yep. And then it's coming in. Let's cut him. I told you not to answer. And then Jinbei at the end, really cool. There's a grave I've never been able to visit. It's a place I've wanted to go to most these last 10 years. And then beautiful forest of the sea. Oh man, none of us has forgotten your ideals, Queen Otahime. Oh man, huge. Can't wait. All right, let's see what they cut, because they definitely will be doing some trimming. Let me get the. I'm floating. Trying to get the mango to cooperate. Ah, where did it go? There we go. But then get that ish on it. So you can hardly see anything. Okay. There it is. I'm gonna have to be quick with the draw in terms of switching between volumes, but it'll be okay. Daijoubu. Okay, we got the episode pulled the F up. Let me get a Gatorade. I have so much food and candy and shit from Christmas. I wonder if you guys do as well. All right, we out here. We're doing episode 9. You pull it up with me. All right, we're gonna go on go. 5. Well, hold on. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I didn't click it. What the hell? I'm so sorry. Go back. I'm sorry. Go back. God damn it. Sorry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Jeez, there you go. Sheesh. I got so much chocolate, my teeth are gonna fall out. Ah, that's great. I love Sanji's. I love Sanji's verse. It's so cute. And then Usopp's is cute, and then Frankie's is great. Oh, it's so good. And then Nami and the Chopper are both really cute. I want peace. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. Superior. Oh, not the fucking finger. Oh my god. Ah, the best part of the arc. I think that's my favorite scene in the entire arc. It's like, there's a giant mermaid behind me, isn't there? Oh, it's just the best. Hell yeah. Okay. Pissing. Got a bunch of shit that I made the whole thing a fucking mess. Let's see. Let's look around and see how far they get. Okay. So we do know that Jones and sorry, I don't know why I say Jones. Hody and Deccan are in the castle by this point in the episode. By this episode, huge the sea forest, so cool. Yep, you got Den. Yep, so there they are. So let's see if anything in 617 that we can recognize. Arlon's mark, her seeing it. Yep, so they're definitely touching 617. Lot of action. A lot of Hody action specifically. Ooh. Yeah, it's Sora versus Hody in this episode, in this chapter. Incident at Coral Hill. And then there's Sanji and yeah, so you do have the mermaid, and it's like there's a no, wait a second. Oh wow. I think they're gonna do three this next episode. Cause there's I just want to read the the princess is right behind me. Hey, why'd you come out of the shark? I'm sorry, Luffy. Please don't be mad at me. That evil pirate made the princess cry. Sanji, no, don't turn around no matter what. Princess, are you telling me the mermaid princess is right behind me? That's right, so you can't turn around, Sanji. Looking at regular mermaids almost killed you. You'll be done for if you see the mermaid princess. The mermaid princess. They say even the world's most beautiful woman, the pirate empress pales in comparison to her, and she's right behind me. If I can't even reach out to a dream that's right in front of me, Chopper, I'd rather live and my dream and die. I thought your dream was all blue. Yep, and then he turns around. Oh my god, and she's crying, and he's like, ah! And he turned to stone. That's so funny. Oh my god, it's so good. Yep, and he's tied up. She's also tied up. Chikaimasu. Leafy wa tada. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Type janai desu. That's the problem. That's right. If you run away, Mamorone. Alright, I'll stay here. Oh, that's so sick. Him being tied up, and he's like, don't fucking, holy shit. And he's got Jetto Pisuru. Waratsumi shows up. Holy crap. I don't think they're getting this far. This is a lot. And then you got the resolution at the end here. So I believe it's true. One Piece does cover 616 through 618 in one episode. It's 45 minutes. It's a 45-minute episode. And to be fair, yeah, I think it's a lot of great stuff. But let me just go through that next episode preview again, because I really don't think they're getting anywhere in 618 besides the moment with Sanji and the mermaid. Yep, the mark. I'll cut them all. Yeah, there's the shot of him like turning around, you'll die. So funny. Oh, and then it flashes out here. So, they're definitely doing 617. But in terms of how much of 618 they do, it might only just be this first page or two. Let's see what the original anime does. So 35, 36, 37. There's 37. It's the end of 518. But where's 536? Here it is. 536. Check this out. Yep, so that's all 517. This shot is in Fishman Island log. It's like the first shot of the of the remaster. Goodness, that's oh, sorry, I don't have the thing on. The thing on. Okay. E. Okay. Like so. So you have these shots here. And then he vomits her out. And there she is. Right. So it's like, don't look. And that's the end of the... Oh, wow. So then 537... You have all that material. Yeah, and there he... It's like, don't look. There's a beautiful banner, right? Isn't there? It's so funny. It's such a big part of the episode, too. So, like, right there, they could probably... At that moment there, they could probably cut away or something. Maybe do a next episode, like a to be continued there. Yeah. But then, yeah, Hody shows up. Type of Janaidasu! Oh my god. Kukari. And then there's like that's a pretty, honestly, right here when they ended, like right here, and then that's the eye catch for the episode. If they got here, that would be really that would be interesting, because then that would get him to the jet hammer. So then after that, you'd only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'd be about halfway through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you'd be about halfway through 618. That's when it could get interesting. This is very interesting because they do have covering some material in 618. But are they going to cliffhang right here? Or are they going to keep going? Actually, maybe there's a shot in the remaster of Dekken on, doing his thing. So there's him in the palace, but he doesn't follow her yet. There's that, which is him on the lion, you can see there. Which is in 616. Yeah, the lion there. That's 18. This is all 18. which is so exciting because I love that. This is my favorite part. Yep, that's more 16, where they're getting to the place. But that's very interesting. I don't that yeah, there's no way to really tell what they're going to do there. I really don't know. So here, red text is chapters, right? Okay. They're going to do 616, 618. And meanwhile, the blue 5 535 5 well also let me do it like that 537 very omoshide cho omoshide. I'm not, I don't speak Japanese. Oh god. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, I don't really know where they're gonna go with this. At the very least, they're gonna adapt. They get to this shot before he gets turned to stone, before he sees her. But the original anime or One Piece have never broken over here, so this is like I don't know what kind of stopping point they're gonna do. But that's already like 3 minutes into the episode. I really don't know. I feel like this could be a good place as the halfway point here, but then that would lead to really shaking things up. But I think they could do it with how much action is in 5. It was in chapter 617. Like all this like shark grip, these big panels, the shark arrows, boom boom boom, Zoro and Hody, and a bit of Usopp as well. It's very interesting. Huh. Okay. Can't say much else about that then. That'll be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll hope to see you on this coming Saturday. Yo, peace.